As Congress is about to vote on the Keystone pipeline, I want to just summarize why Keystone matters. It's a question of whether we set up a North American OPEC or not. The United States and Canada and Mexico combined have a tremendous amount of clout in the global energy markets if they combine. The United States has increased its oil production from 7 million barrels 2 years ago to 9 million barrels now. Canada is up to 4.5 million. Mexico is up to 2.5 million and has taken steps for a big increase in the future. That right now is a total of 16 million barrels. Global oil production is about 90 million, so it's almost a 20% market share. OPEC's control is only about 20 or 25 million barrels. The total production of Saudi Arabia and Russia are only 10 million each. So you can see the kind of clout a 16 million barrel a day continent can create. And if you want an example of that clout, look at the crash in oil prices going on right now, largely brought about by increased American and Canadian production, as well as increased Saudi production for political reasons. The question is, will Canada be joined at the hip with the United States in energy production through a Keystone pipeline, or will it be joined in the hip to China by building a pipeline out to Winnipeg and then shipping oil to China from there? It's going to be one or the other. And the United States needs a federation with Canada and Mexico to be able to get the kind of clout to stop terrorism, stop Putin in his tracks, and free us of energy dependence on countries that hate us. And crucial to that is the Keystone pipeline. It's the effort to combine these two great oil producers. Canada's big oil production is the tar sands production in Alberta. And Keystone links that to the refineries in Louisiana and Texas. And tar sands is the big growth area in Canada. Now, the reason the environmentalists say they oppose it is they're worried about pipeline accidents. Well, that's baloney. There are millions of miles of pipeline in the United States, and these would be no more dangerous than they are, and they're not really dangerous. Then they say that they're worried about it because the tar sands, which this would enable, emit twice the methane of normal oil drilling. Well, that's true, but it's a tiny portion of methane, a tiny portion of global warming, and we haven't had global warming for 17 years. That's not the real reason. The real reason is that they oppose oil, and they oppose coal, and they oppose natural gas, and they want us to be totally dependent on solar, wind, geothermal, and other kinds of what they call renewable sources of energy. Well, that's fine, but it's going to take decades for those renewable sources to come on tap, and in any significant way. And in the meantime, we've got to seize the geopolitical opportunity of being joined at the hip with Canada and Mexico in a gigantic North American OPEC. That's why Keystone is very important.